everybody, it's Dr. Joe and Lion Bear. And Bear says, don't crack your neck, do these 7 stretches and exercises instead. And that's no lion. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. So if you haven't already, make sure you click on that subscribe button down there. Otherwise, I won't see your comments. And if I don't see your comments, how can I answer them? Okay, so instead of cracking your neck, these stretches and exercises are a great way to kind of loosen everything up, and sometimes they actually get a little pop as well. We're gonna start off with isometric exercises, and isometric exercises really do sometimes, if you need that pop, if that's something that you enjoy getting, you can get that sometimes with isometric exercises. So isometric exercise is really just you're activating the muscles, but you're not moving. So you're pushing into something that's not moving, and you can easily do that with your hands. So the first one is just going to be a side bend movement, but you're not going to actually do that movement. This is what you're pushing into. This is the motion you're going to be pushing into, but you're going to put your hand just on the side of your head and then push into your hand. But see, my head's moving a little bit just because I want you to see the motion I'm doing, but really your head shouldn't be moving at all. So this is me just pushing into my hand. And so to start off, you really just want to push maybe only about 20 or 30%, because if your neck is hurting, if it's painful, you don't want to push too hard. Just hold that push for about 3 to 5 seconds, holding that contraction and then relaxing. You can do alternating sides if you want to. So then this is the motion I would be doing, and now I'm pushing into my hand this way. And then you can do 3 to 5, doing that 3 to 5 second hold on each side. You can alternate, or if you just want to do them all on one side, if you can tell that's usually the side that you need to get that pop, you can just do them all on one side. But I would do both sides just because it's your neck and you want to keep it balanced. So then the next one is another isometric exercise, but this time you're going to be doing rotation. So this is the motion that you'll be doing, but you're not actually going to do that motion. So still kind of placing your hand on the side of your head, and now I'm pushing in. So I'm going to move my eyes to where I want my head to go and just pushing in like that. So I'm doing this, but my hand is stopping me from doing it. And then alternating sides, pushing the other way. So again, that 3 to 5 second hold, doing it 5 times on each side. If you want to alternate back and forth, you can, but you don't have to. Then the next one is going to be an extension isometric movement. So you can do this one against a wall. If this is uncomfortable to kind of put your hand behind your head, you can actually just lean against a wall and push back into it. But if you don't have a wall behind you or a tall chair that you can push into, just place your hand on your back of your head. And this time, so this is the movement. I'm trying to push my head back looking up, but my hand is stopping me from doing it. So again, that 3 to 5 second hold, maybe 5 times in a row. This time you don't have a side to alternate to, but just making sure that you're starting off with maybe 20 to 30% of your push. And if it feels okay the next day, then you can go 30, 40, 40, 50, and so on until you're pushing, hard enough where you might actually get that pop. You might not, so don't expect it to happen. You should still feel relief doing it, even if you don't hear an audible pop or feel a pop. So then the next one is one of my favorites, which is chin tucks. And chin tucks, if you've watched any of my videos, is one that is great for posture, it's great for neck pain, it's great for just kind of resetting everything. So if you feel like you have to pop your neck a lot, most likely it's because you don't have great posture. And then when you pop it, you're kind of adjusting everything back into place. So with a chin tuck, it's not tucking down like this, but it's actually tucking your chin in this way where you're moving your head backwards. And so a lot of times I like to use my finger as a target. You don't have to, but I just feel like this kind of helps you visualize what you're doing. So you're just gonna place your finger on your chin and you're gonna leave it there. The finger stays in one spot, and then I'm tucking in, so you can see I have lots of little chins right there, and I'm just holding it for about 3 to 5 seconds. And then when I relax, a lot of times there's a little bit of space in between, and all that means is now I'm correcting that posture. So sometimes even just doing one, you can see a difference, because if you're sitting like this all day, making those muscles activate back there and stretching everything back out and activating them as well really helps kind of reset everything. So again, that 3 to 5 second hold, again, bringing everything back, keeping that chin in a neutral position. So it's not coming like this or it's not coming up like this. It's just bringing that head straight back behind you and then holding that for that 3 to 5 seconds, maybe doing 5 or 10 at a time. So then going into some stretches. So if you feel like you always have to pop your neck a lot of times it's because of tight neck muscles around the area, sometimes even those muscles that go into the shoulder. So if you've got a little imbalance or if you've got some tightness, it's going to pull stuff and cause it sometimes to get out of alignment or cause it to have that feeling where you want to pop it to get that relief. So an upper trap stretch is a great one to do, and that's that big muscle in the upper part of your neck that goes down into your shoulders. So a lot of times I'll tell people to kind of sit on their hand. If it's uncomfortable to sit on your hand, you can just kind of push it down. Sometimes even people put it behind their back. I like just kind of sitting on it, and that just keeps the shoulder down. So if I'm stretching this side, this is the side that I want to sit on. Then I'm just going to bring my other hand up and over, and I want to keep my head in a neutral position. So I'm not looking down, I'm not looking up, I'm just pulling straight over to the side, and I should feel that stretch kind of right up and through here, and that's where that upper trap comes into that neck. Again, you don't have to sit on your hand or push it down, but you'll get a better stretch. That just gives me a nice stretch feeling that. And so this is going to be a full stretch, so you're holding it for 30 seconds. Come up. Again, even if you feel like usually one side is the side that you need, I would stretch both sides because the neck, those muscles on each side really have, when it's connected to the spine, you want those both to be flexible and mobile so they're not causing imbalances. So 30-second holds, doing that 3 times on each side to really get that good stretch. So the next stretch is the levator scapulae stretch. And the levator scap is the one that comes up and attaches here all the way down to your shoulder blade. And it elevates or levates that shoulder blade. And so it's really important because a lot of times if you're working really hard on a computer or you're focusing on something, you tend to tighten up like this. And that causes a lot of pain in that neck and feels like, sometimes you got to crack the neck to get that relief in there. So this is a great stretch to do. So to start off with this one, if I'm stretching this side, I'm going to bring my arm up and try and take my elbow towards the ceiling. Now, if you can't do this, if this is uncomfortable, that's okay. Some people will just raise their arm. You can do that as well. Or you don't have to put it up here. But again, if I put my hand here, I'm pushing that shoulder blade down or keeping it stable down there to get a better stretch. Now, this one is a little bit different because I'm going to take the other hand and put it behind my head. I'm going to pull my head down at about a 45-degree angle. So it's not coming straight down, it's not going down towards the side, but I'm turning my head so my nose is going towards the opposite knee. So this one sometimes people don't quite get, but it's bringing my hand behind my head and bringing that nose down towards the opposite side. So I should feel that stretch right through there. So it shouldn't really be on the side like that upper trap. It should be a little bit more in the back. And if you're not quite feeling it, turn your head a little bit more at that angle and pull down. So again, this is another 30-second stretch. You're holding it for 30 seconds. And again, I would do both sides, turning that head and that nose pointing towards the opposite elbow and coming down, holding it for that 30-second stretch. Doing that 3 times on each side. Again, just keeping everything balanced and even. And so that's a really nice way to loosen everything up. And so the last one is just going to be an anterior scalene stretch. And so these are the muscles in the front. So again, all these muscles around the neck, if they're tight, if they're in balance pulling on something, you're going to have that feeling of where you want to pop that neck or kind of crack that neck to readjust everything. So this time what you're going to do is you're going to take the opposite side. So if I want to stretch this side, I'm taking my opposite hand and just kind of placing it on my collarbone right there, that clavicle. And so I'm just going to gently pull down on that, again, to kind of stabilize everything. Then I'm going to turn my head towards that side and look up. And I should feel that stretch right through there, getting that nice stretch. So I'm just kind of then looking up towards the ceiling. If you want a slightly different stretch, you can turn it the other way and it's going to get a little bit more towards the side, maybe the SCM. So you can do both, but I like this one. That gives a nice stretch. So it's almost like one of my patients said that you're posing for a picture, kind of gazing up and away at something. But again, this is that 30-second stretch, doing that 3 times. Again, I would do that on each side. So kind of pulling that collarbone down, looking towards that side, and then looking up towards the ceiling. And you might not have heard that, but I actually did just get a little pop in my neck. So that's good. It's getting that relief in there without just taking your head and cracking it. So there you have it. Those were 7 stretches and exercises for your neck instead of cracking it. If you'd like to help support my channel, make sure and click on the link up there. And don't forget to subscribe. Where, Mr. Bear? Over there? Yeah. I know. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.